So today, we're going to dive deep into the really radical teachings of a 20th century mystic named Neville Goddard. We're pulling a lot from his incredible book, Feeling is the Secret. And let me tell you, his ideas, they completely flip the script on what you think reality even is, suggesting we have way more power to shape our lives than we've ever imagined.
All right, let me just ask you something.
Hey, congratulations. I am sure you picked an idea or two with the wisdoms here. Comment below so we can all learn with you. Click on the next video for more spiritual growth wisdom.
And be honest with yourself. Take a quick look at your life right now. You know, your job, your relationships, how you feel day to day. Is this really the life you want? Or does it sometimes feel like you're just along for the ride, kind of reacting to whatever life throws at you?
Okay, but what if I told you that all those circumstances, the things that feel so real and so permanent, aren't actually the cause of your life? What if they're the effect? What if your entire world is just a big mirror, reflecting back something that's happening on a much deeper level, inside of you?
And this right here is the absolute heart of what Neville Goddard was trying to tell us. He's saying your future isn't some random thing that just happens. No, it's determined by your attitudes, your state of mind, your fundamental beliefs about yourself. The things you do out in the world, they're just the after effect of that inner state.
So, to really get how this is even possible, we've got to go right to the foundation of Goddard's entire philosophy. It all begins with the world within you. It all starts with the secret of consciousness. Goddard says that the root of everything, the very core of your existence, is this permanent feeling of awareness that he calls I am. It's not I am smart or I am tall, it's the feeling that comes before all of that. It's just the basic, simple awareness of being. And he argues that this is the one and only substance from which everything in your world is actually made. Now, if you follow that thought, it leads to something pretty mind-blowing. If I am is the only cause, then your own consciousness has to be the only reality. The people, the places, the events you see, they aren't separate from you. They are a direct manifestation of your concept of yourself. Whatever you mentally attach to that fundamental I am successful, I am struggling, I am loved, that literally determines the world you experience. So why don't most of us see the world this way? Well, Goddard says it's because we operate in two different modes. There's the natural mind, which relies completely on our five senses. To this mind, reality is only what's happening right here, right now. But then there's the spiritual mind, and this one is governed by your imagination. It sees all of time, past, present, and future, as one big whole existing right now. It understands that the subjective, inner world, is the real, objective reality. And this brings us to the engine of creation in Goddard's entire system, imagination. But, and this is important, we are not talking about idle daydreaming here. For Neville Goddard, your imagination is the one and only creative power in the universe. I mean, just listen to the weight he puts on this. Imagination isn't for make-believe. It's a tool for redemption. It's the actual instrument you use to free yourself from anything you don't want, whether that's being broke, being sick, or any other limitation you can think of. He literally calls it the redemptive power. So, how do we actually use this incredible power? This right here is probably the most crucial distinction in all of his work. See, most of us think of what we want. We see our goal over there in the distance as something we hope to get someday. Goddard says that's where we go wrong. The key is to think from the ideal. You have to mentally stand in the shoes of your wish already being a solid fact. To put it another way, you have to become the thing you want. You don't just look at a picture of success. You have to feel yourself to be successful right now. You don't just hope for security. You have to be conscious of being secure. It's all about embodying the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Okay, I know this might be sounding a little abstract, but the great thing about Goddard is he didn't just give us theory. He gave us a very clear, very practical method to apply this. So let's break down the actual art of assuming a new reality. Here are the steps, pretty much straight from his method in Feeling is the Secret. First, desire. Get crystal clear on what you want, no ambiguity. Second, you construct a scene. It should be a short little event that implies your wish is already done. So not the moment you get the job, but maybe a friend congratulating you a week later. Third, you get into a relaxed, sleepy state, that state right before you drift off, and you feel yourself right there, in that scene. You loop it.
feeling it with all your senses until it feels completely and totally real. And this is the make or break detail. You cannot be a spectator in your own mind. You have to be the actor. Goddard used this amazing ladder analogy. Don't just watch a movie of yourself climbing a ladder. You have to feel the rungs in your hands, feel your muscles moving. You must experience it in the first person, as if it's happening right here, right now. That feeling, that is the secret.
Still skeptical? Okay, check out this case history from Goddard's own records. There was a drafted soldier who desperately wanted out of the army with an honorable discharge, but his application was flat out denied. The problem was clear. So what did he do? For 8 nights in a row, as he fell asleep, he just felt that he was already back home in his own bed in New York City. He didn't argue, he didn't fight. He just changed his inner state. And the result? Out of the blue, his commanding officer, for reasons even he couldn't explain, reversed the decision, and the discharge was approved. That soldier's story leads us right to the final and maybe the most profound point of this entire philosophy. If our consciousness is literally creating our reality, then who is there to blame? Who are you even trying to change? What he's saying here is, we stop trying to force things to happen on the outside. You don't try to manipulate other people, you just transform yourself. And as soon as you successfully change your own concept of who you are, the outer world has no choice. It just has to reshape itself to match that new inner you. Other people will literally start playing the parts your new reality requires. So think about it. When we complain, when we protest about our situation, we're basically misunderstanding how reality works. We're protesting against a world that we, ourselves, have brought into being. The problems we face aren't random attacks. They are perfect, flawless reflections of our own inner beliefs and feelings. It really all comes down to this one timeless idea, one you'll find in spiritual traditions all over the world. As within, so without. Your outer world is just a large-scale projection of your inner world. What happens inside your consciousness will, inevitably, express itself on the outside. And that brings us right back to the beginning, but with a totally new perspective, right? If everything you see and experience is just a mirror reflecting your own consciousness, your own idea of yourself, then where is the power? It's not out there. It's in here. It's within you. The only person you ever need to change is yourself.
Hey, congratulations. I am sure you picked an idea or two with the wisdoms here. Comment below so we can all learn with you. Click on the next video for more spiritual growth wisdom.